Hello everybody, my name is Kunkka. I'm bringing you guys Viewer Replay Cast number 66. And yes, this is my second time recording this, and yes, I know what happens, but you guys don't. So that's all that really matters at the end of the day. This is a Viewer Replay Cast, and that's always with the Viewer Replay Cast. I will not tell you guys who sent it in until the very end, because the general assumption is the person who sent it in is probably on the team that won. But we don't want spoilers here, because that will spoil a game, and well, spoilers are never fun. Oh, spoiler alert though, guys. I will tell you this ahead of time, so cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. Somebody dies in this game. Well, some people die. A few heroes die, and then they come back alive, and then they die again, and then they die again. And creeps die as well. And gold is had and exchanged, and oh, there's a Spectre in this game, like you guys didn't already pick that up. So anywho, enough of my shenanigans. Let's go ahead and jump into this game, or well, yeah, let's jump into this. Why I don't understand. It never fails to amaze me how many tabs I have open for some reason. I never understand what's going on. Why do I have so many tabs open? Anywho, so enough of that. Let's go and take a look at the few things at the very start of this game, because I want to keep you guys as interested as possible. So we see a Pugna picked up in this game, so I thought it would be a good idea to look at some stats on Pugna. Just, you know, overall stats for Pugna according to Dota buff, which everybody trusts Dota buff because, you know, it's like the most accurate thing in the world, right? Am I right? Am I right? I don't know what joke I'm trying to make here, guys. I really don't. Just trying to stall for time as I look up the stats for Pugna, and Pugna is, according to Dota buff, the 96th most popular hero this week, or this month. Yep, that was like 93rd, I'm sorry. 93rd most popular hero this month. I'm not too sure out of how many that is, but it's pretty darn low. Pretty darn low relative to, you know, the first #1 spot. But it's in the top 100, so I guess it's good. So enough of my stalling. Let me go and do introduction. Start off with this Invoker. We see NeoN.TT on Dat Invoker. That is right, guys, Dat Invoker. Moving on to Kunkka, we see J Pegasus on Kunkka. On just Pugna, who I was talking about before, we see Bank on Pugna. Moving on to Spectre, we see Amnesia Haze, which is actually a really cool way to spell that, on Spectre. And last but not least, on this Tusk, who's actually rocking that nice little fish pack on his back. We see Tish Pack with that fish pack on his back. That was not whack, because I got slacks. Mac. Sorry, guys. I won't do it again, though, I promise. See, Storm Spirit appreciated my humor / rhymes, because I got the times and something about vines and check out my lines. Mimes? Anyway, on this, moving on to the rating side, we see on the Storm Spirit, we see DJ Not Nice. So he's obviously very, very mean. Moving on to Skeleton King, who's not all that mean, but he is a Skeleton King, if you know what I mean. We see WTF Evil on SK. On this Nick Assassin, we see Bugs Bunny, which I can't find any rhyme for him, so let's go and move to Skywrath Mage. We see Ending Time on that Skywrath, who's already used quite a bit of mana, and he's only used like 2 arcane bolts. Very expensive spell to use early on. And last but not least, on this Weaver, we see Chika. So as far as how the lanes are matching out to be, on the top lane we see a Weaver and a Kunkka going toe to toe. We'll see who really wins this fight. I do not see Kunkka having. Well, yeah, Kunkka should be fine in his lane. He does have support in the form of a Pugna though, so I was about to say I don't see Kunkka, you know, sustaining all that much versus a Weaver, especially not with just the healing salve. But then again, he is Kunkka. Meanwhile, wait, hold on, before we do it, we see engagement happen with Weaver. Weaver will be running away around the backside. We got a nice little bit of damage coming up from the Pugna, who only has a nice little nether blast, but it will be more than enough to shoot Weaver away. Weaver gonna go ahead and eat himself a tree around the corner and trying to see if he can go back in for the fight. I think he was looking for the courier to pick it off, but the courier's already passed, and he's actually gonna scooch in. No courier, back on out. Probably rotate back to his lane here very soon, because he is about to run out of mana. He has to be very careful about all those Sakuchis. Meanwhile, mid, we see Storm Spirit versus Invoker. This will be a Quas Exort Invoker by the looks of it. So he's trying to go for the more, so I'm going to be involved in team fights without being there. But the Sun Strikes, and, you know, for the sustain that he gets from lane with that Quas Essences, with those Quas Essences for free region. In the jungle, we see SK having himself a nice little field day and just killing away. Moving over down bottom, we see 2 people Here we see a Nyx Assassin, and we also see a Skywrath Mage, and they're going against a Spectre and also a Tusker, who actually ran all the way back home. Magic Wand was finished up with him. Double damage room for SK. He wants to be a little bit more aggressive, but he has no points in stun. And I did comment on this last time around. But one thing that SK is doing that I do agree with, he did go for the Vampiric Aura, and he also has 1 point that says Mortar Strike, which basically it allows him to farm a little bit more efficiently. Mortar Strike, it doesn't give him a lot of extra damage, but it gives him some extra damage to help his lifesteal out. And excuse me, Mortar Strike does allow him to be a little bit more useful when he does go for the yanks around the corner, trying to catch himself a kill on top of his enemies in the bottom lane. The stun is not all that important for him to have a stun, especially when you have Nyx Assassin with the Impale. But then again, having a stun will really help out when he tries to go for his engagements. So it's kind of a trade-off. But the Mortar Strike, it does offer Skeleton King a nice little cheap way to get some free damage. Essentially a 20% of their max HP as damage for 7 seconds whenever he does use it. So I don't know. In hindsight, it might be better, or might have been better if he went for a stun first. But seeing as how his first rotation into the lane wasn't really all that fruitful, it is really good that he does help point and Mortar Strike instead, because his stun is not being used right now. So I don't know, putting in something that'll be useful. Anywho, Weaver found himself a nice little haste room. Will he be able to do anything with this? Big question. I don't really know, but I hear Storm Spirit actually getting hit with a few instances of those cold snaps. Haste room used up on Weaver. Weaver, what will you be doing with this haste room? It's a big question.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Hopefully with this haste, he will not be making waste. He's actually going to come back up top, do a little bit of damage to Kunkka, get a nice little free Gemini attack, and he can do it every single 6 seconds or 5 seconds at this stage of the game. Kind of on par with Kunkka, but not as much. Meanwhile, down bottom, see everybody getting a little bit too close to each other. Spectre taking quite a bit of damage. She's going to be eating a little bit of damage, but not enough. Skywrath Mage checks might be going on here very soon. Tusk doesn't really have the snowball doing all that much speed. I'm not too sure why I was moving that slow.
Radiant's top tower is under
Oh yeah, he only moves at 305, right. And now we got Nyx Assassin. He's going to be the next target. No mana for him, no nothing for him. He's going to, he's going to be fine. That's going to be the end of all that. So I got very excited for no reason, guys. Slightly sad, but hey, it happens. Dota is a game of throws sometimes, where one person throws their body at the other, and they just collide in a nice little beautiful fashion of death and death balls and stuff. Back in mid, we see Invoker versus Storm Spirit. You know, still the same old boring matchup. Storm Spirit is putting a whole bunch of points in Vortex, which I don't really understand. But moving on down bottom, I think, oh no, Spectre just took a little bit of damage. But as far as Storm Spirit's build, I do not agree with this at all. Not 1%. Having so many points in Vortex, not that useful early on in the game, because you don't have that much mana to sustain that Vortex. Yeah, you can throw it, you know, one time and get a nice little long 2.5 second stun, but it scales up very craftily, and having only 1 point in that and having a lot of points in Overload would be much more useful. With Overload, you can leverage the fact that Static Remnant procs Overload and just use that 70 mana. So you pop 70 mana, get yourself a nice free slow for 50%, and sorry, 80%, and also get yourself, oh man, First Blood missed. First Blood missed up top. Weaver got himself a kill on top of Kunkka, and it looks like Weaver's actually might be going out by Invoker Sunstrike. Nope, Sunstrike does not land. But First Blood did go down. Totally missed it, guys. I apologize. We might be seeing Second Blood happen here very soon. We got Spectre and Tusk coming in for the fight. Looks like Skywrath Mage will be finally going on. Second Blood. There's Third Blood. And Spectre was the Third Blood. And now we got Tusk about to run away. No Skeleton's going to be able to make it over here to help him out. To help him to an early grave. That's what he's helping him out with. And Tusk does go down to some creeps by the looks of it. Skeleton just showing up just because he can. And he is working on what looks to be some power charts. So it'll be very interesting to see what Skeleton does decide to go for. If he is going for power charge, I don't necessarily agree with it not all that much, because he belongs to Glove of Haste. Not the most stat efficient thing to go for. If you guys do watch a lot of my stuff, I do always recommend going for that stat efficient item first. Although, wait, hold on, he is Skeleton King. He could be going for Armlet, which in that case, I would like to see the Helmet of Dominator, or Helmet of Iron Will, before anything. But anyway, This is me being picky, guys. This is me being picky. Weaver doing a little bit of damage to Invoker. Probably not going to be able to get the kill. Actually, no, never mind. Take it back. He will be able to get the kill. Invoker's going to be eating a whole bunch of damage. Weaver does have another Gemini attack here very soon. We won't need it. Gets a nice little right click on top of Invoker. He might be able to give himself a free instance of gold coming out from those. Excuse me, coming up from those forest spirits.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So taking a really quick look at all of the last hits of the knives, you can see that Kunkka is leading the graph. Now, that's a very fast look. I'll take a look at that. You know, Skeleton King is up top. He's going to be eating a whole bunch of damage. Does finally go down. Or sorry, does go down. Storm Spirit is zipping in, trying to get himself a kill on top of something. Will be able to give himself a nice little slow on top of Tusk, and Tusk will be the one who goes down. Spectre, she might be here, or she might be next here very soon. Storm not going to be able to have enough mana to actually follow up on anything of this sort. Spectre ulti does fall, and then Nick Assassin does free and show up with the slam dunk from downtown. So Spectre ult is down, Spectre is down. Really, really good day for these guys. Really good day. Really nice rotation. And Nick Assassin's level 62. Well, not level 62, but no, level 6 as well. So taking a really fast look at all of the items that we... Oh man, look at that gold graph. I'm going to take a look at the items that we see so far. Storm Spirit, he's going for a okay, I don't agree. He's going for a Dagon, do not agree at all. Skeleton, he is going for an armlet. I'm going to go ahead and say an armlet. It could be phase boots, it could be power charge, but it's likely an armlet. Because the faster you get it, the more effective it is, and I would expect to see that on top of Skeleton King. And speaking of an armlet, let me go and look at a nice little stat for Skeleton King. Let's go ahead and go back really fast on my handy dandy ding tablet. Could be a notebook, but it's not as fancy. I'll look at the rest of the items. What do we see? We see an Earner Shadows on Nick's Assassin, so he's probably looking to be a little bit more aggressive here very soon with his Vendettas. And actually, speaking of the devil, he's going to pop a Vendetta, try to go for a kill on top of somebody. Needs to aim for the Tuskar because Tuskar's easiest one to kill. He's going to go ahead instead on top of the Spectre. Not the best of targets to go for. Tuskar does throw out the Ice Shards. Ice Shards will be able to catch out just Nick's Assassin. Nobody's going to be able to follow up, and as you can see, both these guys survive. That 1 point of dispersion probably didn't change all that much, but still it helped him, or helped Spectre stay alive. We got the Vortex getting used by Storm Spirit on top of Kunkka. Kunkka does go down. Weaver might be able to finish off the Pugna on the backside. He needs just a little bit more. Needs just a little bit more damage on top of that Pugna. Pugna will be dropping like a fly. And the Beetles do fall out. Pugna has nowhere to run. Gonna go ahead and run towards the neutral. Say, neutrals, please save my life, and they will not save his life. Weaver takes it instead. Meanwhile, down bottom, who's this? These guys are hiding in the trees. Tuskar and Spectre, trying to see if they can find anybody who dares to walk around that corner.
Double damage.
And the Skeleton King will find himself a nice little free kill on top of this Invoker. Invoker's going to pop that cold snap on top of the Skeleton. Skeleton going to eat a little bit of damage. And now we got these guys chasing around the corner. Nick's got some beautiful spike characters from him. Does get a nice little stun on top of both Spectre and Tusk. And these guys will try to change targets, try to regroup and refight and rearm. Skeleton King will be going down here very soon. His ulti is up though, so we will be able to have that up. So got a nice little bit of slow on top of everybody. He did walk past that. Really nice stuff coming out from him. Spectre does reality over towards a wild Nick's Assassin. Doesn't have any mana to really follow up. And doesn't really have the damage output to follow up either. Weaver on the other hand, he does have the damage output to try to follow up on top of his Invoker. Actually, oh man, he ran. This is about to run out of mana. About to run out of mana very soon, but not going to run out of mana at all. Skeleton King says, hey bro, I got your back. Keep going for a nice little fake. They fake the fake and they get the fake. And SK going to be forced to hide in trees with his ally Weaver, who's actually a little bit low. Doesn't have the injury animation just yet, but he's still pretty darn low. And my tablet doesn't want to listen to me right now. I told you to go back. I don't want to see Skeleton King because Skeleton King is the target of this game. I want to see how common an armlet is on him. I'm pretty sure it's probably one of his top items that he always builds. Or it could be one of the least popular items for him. Don't really know. That's what I'm checking for. Meanwhile, we got Nick Assassin found himself a nice little Pugna around the corner. Pugna will be eating a whole bunch of damage coming off of this Nick Assassin. Nice little ice ball getting used by Tusk, and now there's guys on the wrong side of the tower. They will be, they will not be going down. That will be a Tusk going down. Sorry. Spectre is still alive. She's trying to get a little bit of damage around the corner. Does get killed on top of SK. TP coming in from Weaver. Not sure what this one's about, but Weaver was going to come in, try to get the kill on top of Kunkka. Kunkka might be going out here very soon. Does have the beat on top of him. Weaver does have vision, does know where Kunkka is. Pops himself an ulti, pops himself a time lapse. Trying to get a little bit more. HP before he decides to dive in even any further. But he could have theoretically ran forward, did a little bit more damage, and then finally popped his time lapse, and then went back to safety. But he decided against that one. And Kunkka still lives, walking all the way back home with his peg leg. So yeah, Skeleton King, let's see. His most used item is a power tread, of course, which he uses. He has a win rate of 52% when he buys his power treads, and he also has a win rate of 55% when he uses an armlet. Armlet is his second most used item this month. That's just this month. So when Nick Sass bought himself a nice little Tusk on a lot of trouble, going to be eating a whole bunch of damage coming up from all kinds of sources. Weaver throws out the beetles as well. Able to scout the Spectre on the corner and also get that negative armor on top of her. -3 armor, -4 armor. It's still ticking on. It will be ticking until the clocks go home. Weaver will not be able to turn around and go for the kill. Actually, no, he will. Stormfront does zip forward coming from the middle of nowhere. Spectre's in a lot of trouble. Does have her armor back, but it doesn't really matter. She takes too much damage and she will be going down. I do not think that the vortex is necessary, but Stormfront obviously does. And as far as I understand it, I think Stormfront is trying to use his ball lightning to power his overload, which is not the most efficient thing in the world to do. You definitely need to just use your static remnant, keep it at level 1, pop a lot of static remnants, because it has the same cooldown at all levels, and it's a pretty spammable type thing. So basically pop your static remnants whenever they are available, get yourself a nice little charge up, and then when a team fight does break out, throw out one auto attack, throw out another static remnant, throw out another auto attack, and you get 2 slows that last 0.6 seconds apiece, but you do get some nice sustainable slows.
Radiant's top tower
So we got top Kunkka trying to run away from a Weaver. Will Weaver will Weaver be able to get this kill? I'm not all that sure because he does not have any damage that Weaver doesn't. So I could not foresee this being all that successful. Kunkka still could go down though. He's trying to run in circles, trying to juke around the backside. Weaver will be able to find himself a Kunkka TPing in the trees. The Sakuchi does finish off the Kunkka once and for all. And we also have rotation coming in from everybody on the Radiant side as well. Totally missing. I'm missing all these rotations like crazy, man. But Skeleton, Skywrath, Mage, and Storm Spirit do rotate on the top. Now, going back to my nice little stats thing while we have a little bit of peacetime. Spectre's bottom lane. Up. We get peacetime. We got Tusk actually getting hit with a nice little spike carry. Nick Sass trying to do what he can to survive. Does stand and fight. Does go for the man fight. He will be losing the man fight here very soon, along with his life. Now we got Weaver trying to do a little bit more damage. Does pop his ulti. He's out of mana, but he does give himself a kill on top of Tusk with those Gemini attacks. And now we got, Skeleton is going toe-to-toe with the Pugna. Pugna will be losing this fight because there's too many deeps coming onto his face. Skeleton armor is completed up. Completed up. And Weaver and Invoker gonna go toe-to-toe, exchange a few words. And Invoker does go down because Weaver's spat on him, or went through his essence. And there's a crit for Skeleton, getting a kill on top for that Spectre.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So yeah, stats. Like I was saying before, stats for Skeleton King, because Skeleton King is freaking awesome, I think. Obviously, power treads are... he has his most popular items from first to whatever place this is. Wait, before we do LBC, Skywrath Mage actually taking quite a bit of damage. Kunkka gonna go ahead and get a nice little attack. Pugna drain a little bit of HP. This should be a dead Skywrath Mage regardless of what he does. That's one he's gonna miss. Never mind. Totally does miss completely. And in time, just barely surviving. Skywrath Mage is living life on the edge. And Kunkka actually in a little bit of trouble. Nick Sass burns his mana. Make sure he's stunned up. And Kunkka's going for a Shadow Blade, right? Kunkka's going for a Shadow Blade. We got Spectre going to be going for Battle Fairy? Question mark. Not too sure if that's a Battle Fairy or a Link Sphere. Yeah, not too sure. It could be Vanguard. Could be a Vanguard. It would hit at a decent timing if she had to go for it right now. But I doubt that. Actually, no. Oh man. Okay, I doubt that she actually has it. So yeah, it could be Vanguard. This would be a really nice timing for her to have it. It'll make sure she stays alive while she's trying to farm for bigger items, but it will not do too much as far as her damage output. But even with that, that's what Desolate's for. 65 bonus damage is essentially a free Battle Fairy. So she has a free battle phase that does free damage. Meanwhile, speaking of free things, we got Storm Spirit getting a nice little free stun on Spectre. Spectre pops that ulti, gets a lot of free damage on top of everybody else who's surrounding him. Invoker actually taking quite a bit of damage coming out from the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit able to get the kill on top of that. We got Tusk, nice little combination coming up from him, almost able to catch that Storm Spirit inside of it, but it wasn't enough. Spectre pops himself a magic wand, 15 wand charge on that if I'm not mistaken, and she gets healed up for quite a bit. And that Plague Lord causing problems since 1980s something. Yeah, Skeleton King top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 top 8 items for Skeleton King are Power Treads, Armament Medallion at number 2, Coil Blade at number 3, Black King Bar at number 4, Assault Cuirass at level 5 or number 5, Desolator at number 6, and Magic Wand at level 7. So of those top 8 popular items, we see this Skeleton King in this game. He has an armlet, he has a power treads, he has a Coiling Blade. He's obviously going to win this game, guys. I'm just saying. It seems obvious. He has all the items to win the game, and you know statistics don't lie. With the 52.61% win rate with power treads and a 55.38% win rate with the armor medallion. That's like 100 and something % right there, guys. That's obvious. That's what it means, right? No, that's not true. But this Skeleton King following along the lines of most popular Skeleton Kings. So he's playing his standard Skeleton King, doing a really good job of it as well. His build, like I said, I question it slightly. I like having a lot of points inside of your stun, your Hellfire Blast, because it is essentially a free nuke. Or, well, it's not a free nuke, but it's a nuke nonetheless. It costs the same mana at every single level. So you might as well put a few points into that to make it a little more efficient. Having a max Vampiric Aura kind of requires Skeleton King to be involved to actually hit people. Speaking of things that are hitting people, we got a big team fight happening. Maybe we got Tusk hitting people, a nice little uppercut, gets a kill on top of Storm Spirit, and Invoker will be running away, got a mana burn, got a hit with an Impale. Nick Assassin trying to do what he can to survive. Will not be, I don't know if he'll be able to survive from this. That Spectre illusion is moving a little bit fast, and it is moving up some walls and stuff. And Nick Assassin does go down. At the end of the day, Skeleton King trying to find himself a Spectre. Will be able to get the stun off. He doesn't have enough mana for his ulti though, so he needs to be really careful on what he does next. Decides to do himself a Mortar Strike. Why not? Spectre even a little bit, even a lot of damage. Skywrath Mage plus Weaver show up to help out as well. And Skeleton King gets the kill at the end of the day on top of the Spectre. Richard. So let's go and take a look at some more stats on top of heroes. Spotlight is on officially Storm Spirit, just to see how Storm Spirit is building, because I really do not like seeing that Dagon. I don't think it's efficient for him to use, because Dagon on Storm Spirit, Dagon to me is more like a burst damage type item. It costs 400 mana to use it, if I'm not mistaken. 180 mana to use it, not that much. Never mind. We got a lot of damage coming towards Kunkka. Shadow Blade is up on top of him, but Storm Spirit did have a death appearance. Kunkka's still trying to run away. Storm Spirit said, hey bro, I'm too fast. He does zoop away, does get a nice little vortex, and there's a dead Kunkka going to, I think it's Skywrath Mage. Yes, Skywrath Mage does claim that kill for himself. And yes, okay, items for Storm Spirit. So most common items for Storm Spirit are Power Treads, Bottle, No Talisman, Ultimate Malevolence, Bloodstone, Magic Wand, and Talon Portal Scroll. Really? That's really listed. So all that goes to say that Dagon is, well, just because it's not on the top list, top of the list, doesn't mean you can't do it. But if you think about it logically speaking, Storm Spirit needs regen, especially when he tries to zip across the map. And speaking of regen, there's a regen room. Wow. So he can actually zip across the map and pop that regen room, or while he's popping that regen room, get some free mana. So he's going to do just that. Does come into the middle of the fight, does get hit with a nice little auto attack, so he runs out all the mana generation that he was hoping for. Does go down at the end of the day. Easy kills easy. Nick Assassin Vendetta 4, but these guys are aware of it. They do have a Sentry Ward around the corner. And it looks like it's going to be the end of all that aggression from both sides. Skywrath Mage building himself looks to be a Force Staff, thank you. I was about to say a Dagon, but Force Staff of his own. It's going to be a really nice item for him to have. It'll allow Skywrath Mage to run away from all the damage coming out from somebody like Spectre, who's just trying to punch you in the face a million times. And it hurts like heck. Speaking of things that hurt like heck, Kunkka and Weaver are going to go their separate ways. They're breaking up. They're no longer together. We're sorry, Mario. Your princess is in another castle doing stuff with Bowser. Yeah. Kind of makes you question everything, doesn't it? So at any rate, let's go and take a look at these graphs. The gold graph does show it is in favor of the Radiant by a nice little considerable margin. There's only been one tower extra in favor of the Radiant. So that gold graph is 1,000 as far as kills go. As far as I'm concerned, Stormspirit does his favorite across the map, gets a nice vortex on top of Invoker. Invoker not going to be able to do pop his spell, but that's what it needs to. Stormspirit actually getting caught out. Nice little forward punch getting thrown out by Tuskar. Ulti coming up with Scout's Mage. A lot of damage getting traded back and forth. Stormspirit down, Tuskar's down. Weaver ulti getting popped just to give himself a little bit more HP. Tries to go for a kill on top of Invoker. Will he be able to get is a good question. Those are my dying Couriers, and this is Gemini attack following up from the backside. Does get the kill finally. Courier not going down, but the Courier is over there somewhere. There is. Courier is over here all up in the way. He needs to go home because Hate is drunk. And this will be the middle tower getting sieged. Because the creep waves are pushing in favor of the Dire. The equilibrium is in their favor. In the middle lane, that is. Skeleton decided to TP down bottom, gives us a nice R&R, rest and re-creep station. Yeah, that was weird. I agree, guys, that was weird.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And as you heard the lady say, Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Pugna does TP in, gives himself some much needed farm. Trying to build that mechanism. Once he has it up, it will be useful to his team, albeit for not that long, but it'll still be useful. And Weaver, that's what is fully completed, so he can all he has to do is pick it up. And once that is on top of Weaver, his damage output will be redonkulous. And I do mean redonkulous, not ridiculous. So, I already did my spotlight on Storm Spirit, didn't I? So, Orchid Malevolence will be a really nice item for Storm Spirit to have, especially going up against that Invoker. And oh, look, a pause, cool, so I can go look at more stats. So, let's see, who does Storm Spirit do best against? Storm Spirit does best against the Nature's Prophet, Bat Rider, Pudge, Timbersaw, Clockwork. That makes sense because he can actually zip out a storm. Nature's Prophet Sprout. He can Vortex in a Bat Rider who's trying to pull somebody. Pudge, not sure the thing behind the Pudge one. And Clockwork, Timbersaw, same thing, Rapples in, Storm Spirit can just zip on out. As far as the heroes that he's worst against, Storm Spirit is worst against Skywrath Mage, Ricky, Pugna, Dragonite, and Razor. And all of this, guys, is according to the Dota buff, Dota 2 statistics page, or stats page, whatever you want to call it. Go check it out, pretty awesome stuff. Pretty sure you guys have already heard the Dota buff, but just in case you haven't, good source to get some information from. Especially if you're just looking for like random numbers throughout here and there. Throughout the match, you know, just to keep things a little bit more exciting and adventurous and new and whatnot. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. He's hiding in this room. But I can't blow my fan on because then you'll hear some noise in the background, which you guys probably already hear, but ignore it, guys, ignore it. As far as the item build goes, Skeleton King looks like he's going for that BKB, much needed item for him to have, especially with all the CC on the side of the Radiant, of the Dire. Moving over to Storm Spirit, still going for that Dagon build, and I do not like that Dagon build, guys. Get it? I don't like that Dagon, that darn build. Get it? Makes it? No, it doesn't make sense. Okay. Okay, fine, my joke wasn't funny. But you have to admit, it was good effort. I think so. Of course I would. So, Skeleton King, he is DC right now, but he's going for that BKB X snowball forward from Tusk. A lot of damage coming towards Sky's Mage, able to force himself out. Definitely Blast does miss completely. Spectre getting slowed around the corner. She will not be able to do anything actually, but she does get the kill on top of Sky's Mage. Was not enough on a Definite Blast. Tuskar is going down 2-1, just casual right click coming up from Weaver. Weaver got himself a nice little double kill on top of that Invoker, and triple kill coming his way very soon if he's able to get a last on top of Spectre. Triple kill for him. Really good stuff, really good stuff. A lot of damage coming out. Desolator helping out that damage output since 25:15, which is the time that I'm trying to call out. Probably not all that accurate, I know. Still really cool. Really close. Looking at the XP graph, as I always say about XP graph, the XP graph is relatively irrelevant because the longer and longer the game goes on, the closer it converges to 0. But it's still a really nice indicator of where everybody is at this current point in time. And well, there's a graph for you guys. The Radiant are ahead. They have better levels. They've had more farm. They've had more everything go their way. And Weaver has been involved in 15 out of... Wow, he's been involved in a lot of kills. And then he dies. You know, Weaver feels bad. Weaver feels bad, so he's trying to change his numbers. That's what's going on. Yes, Kunkka, laugh. Laugh for me, please. Oh, jeez, well done. So we see rotations coming around. Oh, wait, right. Skeleton King is DC. Totally forgot about that. Give him a minute. And I just realized it was really late, so I gotta be really quiet. But don't worry, guys. I'll finish the cast. I'll just be a lot more quiet than I was before. Please pardon the adjustment in volume. So while this pause is going on, let's look up more stats. Storm Spirit, I bought them up, but I don't think I named... Oh yeah, I did. See, I'm not crazy, guys. I am not crazy. Let's go look up stats for somebody else. Let's see, stats for Mixed Assassin, because I'm pretty sure he's one of the more important people in this game. People just don't understand how he's played, you know? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Mixed Assassin, your agility, but you're not carry, don't care. Where is Mixed Assassin? There it is. Mixed Assassin, what do your stats look like? Don't really know, but Skeleton King did reconnect, of course, that's why they're on pause. Kunkka going for a Battle Fury, I do not agree with that at all. Battle Fury saw it as more of a farming type item, and if Kunkka just stops and drops everything right now and goes farming, he's not going to have, or he's not going to be able to do what he wants to do, which is just basically kill everybody in 2 hits. Because first of all, the enemy had too much HP by then. Second of all, the base of the Dire would have lost way too much by the time. And as soon as that, he's going to go ahead and go to the jungle, farm some neutral creeps, as he should now that he's already bought them. But if he hasn't committed to any payment, then yeah, I would definitely like to see. Wait, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh man, that train of thought. Yep, I really don't know what I'm talking about, guys. That was one of those weird instances. We might see a few more of those, because this game is still going on. These guys are still fighting strong, and it's still undecided. But by the looks of it, this game does go into ultralight. Of course, Spectre's going to reign supreme, because she just does so much damage, takes so little damage, and free illusion damage. Who doesn't excel when you give them free illusion damage, guys? Just saying.
Over here.
Tusk getting pulled in by Storm Spirit getting the kill on top of that. Big surprise. No Dagon used at all. Key thing to point out, every single time Storm Spirit definitely uses Dagon, is definitely a single time that his money is wasted. Because Dagon, still expensive item, even though they kind of reduce the prices a little bit, not enough to actually, honestly, to convince me that it's a decent item for people to go for. But Dagon on top of Storm Spirit basically means he zips in, pops a few abilities, like maybe 1 or 2, pops an Overload, pops a Static Remnant, pops a Electric Vortex, throws out a Dagon, that's about it. That's all the damage that he really has. He's actually going to zip forward, pops a Vortex, catch an Invoker around the backside, Invoker going down crazy fast. Weaver trying to do the damage thing on top of Spectre popping her ulti, getting a lot of free damage on top of everybody who's involved in this fight, and even people who are not involved in this fight. Invoker popped himself a BKB, oh jeez. Skywrath Mage actually doing quite a bit of damage to himself. He will be finally going down. Plague Lord doing way too much damage to him. Kunkka boat does fly. Kunkka boat does not get used. Now we got the BKB fight, the main fight going between Skeleton King and Pugna. Who will win the main fight? I don't know. Pugna versus Skeleton. I don't know if he'll win the fight. But speaking of Skeleton on Skeleton action, bros. I'm alright. A double kill does go to Weaver. Weaver did buy back, popped himself ulti, got himself 2 kills, or sorry, got himself a consecutive kill after that. Triple kill for him. He did time us back in at a very low amount of HP. So it was something that was very risky for him to do. But hey, he came back in, got himself an ultra kill. That's a lot of gold going his way. I think he more than paid back for a buyback. He officially has enough money. He officially has enough money to impress me. Well, okay. Not a little hard to impress me, guys. It's not. No, okay, let's not go there. Man, the sleep is kicking in, dude. Jesus, like I said, it's only 1:35 right now for me, and this is my second time casting this one, so I kind of know what's going to happen. But you guys don't. So let's just keep it that way. Skeleton trying to get himself a free kill with Pugna. Pugna will. Looks like he will just be going for the nice little mana drain, or HP drain, trying to keep Skeleton King from killing him before the reinforcers do show up, which nobody's actually reinforcing right now. Skeleton King still trying to go for the kill on top of that Pugna. Pugna not going down just yet. Sunstrike from Invoker does fly as well. These guys just playing ring around the rosy. Pugna still not getting the kill, Jesus. X-Mark's by using on top of Pugna. Pugna will be able to juke around the back corner. He does juke right on back to where he's still the floor. Skywrath makes finishes him off with a nice little arcane bolts, and meanwhile, while all this is happening, I don't know, playing bad, great. Now we got Kunkka going toe-to-toe with Skeleton King. Skeleton King saying, oh, okay, fine, I'm dead. The Spectre did show up just to make sure Skeleton King did pass away very peacefully. Speaking of things being peaceful, check out Spectre's build. Spectre has herself a Vanguard, like I said earlier, it helps her survive the team fights when they do break out. And she also has a Manta style. And I am a gigantic fan of going for the Manta style first before you go for anything else, on Spectre specifically. Because if you go for the Manta style, your illusions, they'll be able to move faster, which means they'll be able to attack more often whenever you do use it on top of the whole entire team. And also, your illusions that you make everywhere else will get the extra damage coming up from those raw stats, as opposed to those bonus stats coming up from something like a corner blade. Meanwhile, we got Weaver up top, got himself a kill on top of Tusk. Then we got TPs coming in. This is a Pugna TPing in. I'm not too sure how much he's going to get accomplished versus this Weaver. Weaver's actually eating a whole bunch of damage. Does pop himself a nice on the down curves. Wants to get the kill on top of his Pugna, will not be able to get it. Spectre pops her ulti. She will be trying to come in for the kill on top of his Weaver. Beautiful Sunstrike coming up from Invoker. Finally, the one that hit was right on there, right on point. And that was a dead Weaver. Dead in the middle. Dead. Is it Dagon on level 3 purchased up by Storm Spirit, or is it Dagon level 2? I don't know, I think it might be Dagon level 2. Nope, Dagon level 3. He's not really wasting all of his gold just yet. Once he gets to Dagon level 5, I do think it's still a terrible waste of gold. Sorry guys, that's just my personal opinion on the matter. Skeleton King farming some agents. His items are looking pretty darn sexy, pretty darn swanky, as one of my friends that I knew from a while back would say it. Tuskar built himself a straight up Desolator. I don't like this. I don't like this because Tuskar won't be able to survive the fights when he initiates. He'll be able to throw a snowball, and he'll promptly die when Skeleton King crits 2 times in a row. I mean, it's going to happen every single time. He's going to die to one auto attack for one crit for Skeleton King and one auto attack if it's the first auto attack from Weaver. Because Weaver will be able to attack twice, and Skeleton King will be able to attack twice too, or 1.25, whatever level he has in it now. By far one of the less favorable items that I've seen so far. That was a Battle Fury on Kunkka, because I mean Battle Fury for him means that he wants to farm more. Farming it for melee people is usually done when you build yourself a Battle Fury. That's when the serious farm begins. And having Kunkka farm right now is not what you want to happen. Speaking of things that you don't want to happen, Storm Spirit about to be getting caught out, does zip himself away. Stun coming up from SK on top of that Invoker. Invoker getting pulled in by the vortex, not the best target support. But hey, he chose it anyway. Skeleton BKB does go off, trying to do this much damage. Spectre also does fly. I'm not sure if she'll be able to make it alive. No, she does not make it alive. And Nick Assassin, he looks like he's next on the list. He's trying to kill himself a nice little Neverlord, but hey, Tusk comes from downtown. Says, hey bro, Ice Shards does damage. That's right, I got your number, I got your tags. I got everything you want, or you wanted, all in the cardboard box.
Is under attack.
I feel like that's a tagline for some creeper. Anyway, Top tower is going to be going down here very soon if nobody responds to Kunkka being such a jerk and just attacking the back of the tower, just doing all that backdoor whatnot, mumbo jumbo. Backdoor. I can't believe people still get mad about that. It's like, dude, you should have been vulnerable back then. Jeez. So, also, Kunkka's building himself up to be a broadsword, so, you know, chrysalis armlet. Oh, is that that's a chrysalis? Or is that an armlet? Or is that both? Wait, there's no broadsword in an armlet? What am I thinking? Guys, I am truly drunk. I know what's going on. There we go, that's a chrysalis. It's definitely a chrysalis. So it's going to be building a chrysalis into a daedalus. I hear Kunkka does it all the torrent, catches nobody inside of it, kills himself a few creeps instead. And that'll be the end of it. Haste rune down over here for anybody who wants to pick it up. Looks like the rotation will be going to... Oh, sorry, yeah. So the orientation will be going to the Kunkka. Nope, Kunkka doesn't know about it. And man, guys, things are getting really weird right now. I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, I'll explain in a few seconds. Vortex comes off with so much speed. He also fills out Dust of Pains. Nick Assassin's here as well. Vendetta crit comes through, and Palo comes through. A lot of damage comes to Kunkka. Dagon's able to finish him off. And that is the end of the game. But I'm starting to get to that point of delusion, me personally, that I'm starting to picture other games inside of this game, so I started talking about those things. I think that's what happened earlier to me. Invoker trying to force step himself across the trees, just one tree away, one tree shy of making it out alive. And he won't be able to make that one. Invoker gonna keep running. White's instances all full blazing. White's is his akimbo, however alchemists will say it. Whoa, that was weird. Almost fell for it. So far, what is going on? Stun comes off for Skeleton, then we'll be able to find himself a Pugna. Easy kills, easy. Pugna throws out a plague room before he goes down, but it looks like his plague room will be going on here very soon. On top, on his behalf, Skywrath Mage trying to get a few. Might be. There we go. He does look for a few auto attacks just to get the plague ward off of the map. Spectre ulti does fly. She'll probably go on the backside, try to kill the Skywrath. I'm not sure how successful she'll be. But no, she does fly to the front. Instead, flies into the thick of the fight. Does pay with her life for her insolence. The punch does come from Tusk, does stop Nick Assassin from taking any damage, and also kills Tusk. So some really cool stuff coming up from that. Skeleton gets Xbox spotted by Kunkka. Kunkka does so off the boat. Boat does hit Skeleton. Skeleton eating a whole bunch of damage. Throws on the motor strike. Trying to go for this fight, man fight with the creeps. Trying to get a little bit more HP. Kunkka wants to go for a fight with Skeleton, but not the man fight. Not just yet. Nice timing on that. Kunkka throws out a torrent. Sunstrike comes off from Invoker. Invoker needs to be a little bit more careful about what he aims though. He needs to get a little bit more towards center, or towards you guys' facilities. Man, wow. Okay, like I said, guys, I'm mixing stories up. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I just said, but it came out weird. I think I should do more of this. This isn't stressful at all. Anywho, Nick Assassin does something nice little impale until Spectre eating a whole bunch of damage. Will she be able to make us live? I don't really know, but she probably some main style. She's going to keep running. She's going to GTFO out of, or GTFO dodge. Skeleton doing a nice little 862 crits on top of that Invoker. He might be getting spotted out. Tuskar does have the gym if I'm not mistaken. So if he was continuing to run on top of his Invoker would be dead by now. We got a fight happening. We got BKB getting activated by Skeleton. I could have sworn he popped that a long time ago. But BKB getting activated again. And here's Invoker chasing himself with Tuskar and a Spectre. Looks like neither one will be going down here very soon. I need to go ahead and get that Cold Snap plus that Tornado. Oh wait, they're on the same team. Jeez. Man, this is really bad. Yep, this is what you call terror bad, guys. This is that terror bad. That's how bad this is. And what makes it worse is tomorrow I have a whole bunch of tests that I gotta do. So I gotta study for those, and I can't necessarily record this a little bit later if I wanted to. So we got Spectre trying to find himself a Skywrath Mage. Skywrath Mage was the one who's all alone, does back away. A team fight happened in front of the tower steps. I do remember this happening. You guys see the result of that. Weaver plus... No. Nope, never mind. Oh, sorry guys. Spoiler alert. There's gonna be a team fight happening at these steps. Eventually. And by eventually I mean maybe within the next 2 minutes. Storm Spirit does come forward, does get himself a nice vortex on top of Pugna. Pugna threw at his Plague Ward though, so it's really, really useful. His use is already getting done. Nick's actually doing quite a bit of damage to himself. A nice little Weaver TP in, get a little Sakuchi on top of everybody, but I don't think he'll be able to do much except for getting killed on top of Tusk. We got Skywrath Mage doing a whole bunch of stuff to keep these guys, to keep Tusk CC'd up and damaged up as well. And Tusk does finally go down, and Pugna, General Endurance on him, able to allow his allies and himself to run away with that aura.
Radiant's top tower
Most of
is
his
under
allies.
attack.
Except for Tusk. Tusk doesn't count. He's a fish. He's a fishmonger. Anyway, Weaver chasing himself. Pugna pops out to Decrepify. Decrepify does not stop the damage coming out from Sakuchi, but it does stop a little bit of damage. And nice little juke coming out from Pugna just by not juking into the woods. And the Plague Ward is still up. That's what makes it a little bit more scary. I keep saying Plague Ward. The ward is still up. The Nether Ward is still up. And that's really about it for now. So, items, because these things are progressing faster than you can say progressing items 20,000 times. We see ourselves Invoker trying to build the Aghanim Scepter. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, especially when he doesn't really have. Well, yeah, okay, he has a 4-step, so I guess it's slightly useful. And Storm Spirit found himself a Invoker, or not Invoker, Kunkka, so Kunkka does go down.
You should have put to port sooner.
And there's you saying, you know, it's a little taunt. So basically, look at Storm Spirit's mana though. Keep in mind that Storm Spirit has technically some expensive items coming out from that Dagon, and his region right now is very crappy right now. And every time I say region, for some reason region responds. And Storm Spirit looks like he's heading there somewhere anytime soon, or sometime soon. But Storm Spirit's region is very crappy right now. It's only double his HP regeneration, which, I mean, as a Storm Spirit, you don't really care about that either. But if Storm Spirit had a whole bunch of mana regeneration, by the time this next team fight which is getting ready to happen, by the time that team fight happens, the Storm Spirit will be more than ready for more than ready for any and everybody who decides to knock on his excuse me, knock on his door, say, hey, we want CC, and he says no. And Storm Spirit is going to do a lot of damage to his Pugna. Pugna does go down at the end of the day, almost able to get the kill on top of this Weaver. If only Pugna had another Nether Blast. It actually makes me wonder, was Pugna a lot stronger before nerfs? Anyway, we see Invoker go down in the midst of all this fights. We got Spectre style and stuff, so she can't really pop anything. She can't pop that man style she really needs to, but she does need to. Turns around, goes for the man fight versus a Skeleton King. Skeleton King does have his ulti up, and he's also level 22. Dear Jesus, when did that happen? He's level 22, so he does have 60-second online cooldown of his ulti. Comes back alive. Will he find himself a Kunkka? Will Kunkka go on this? Because if Kunkka does, that'll be a very bad fight, especially with your cores, or with one of your cores. I guess Invoker's tapping your core, or one of your cores. But especially with your Tusk guard down, because he's kind of the person who starts the fights. He's kind of the person who says, hey, we're going to fight now, and let's do it. So aside from talking about useless things, let's go and take a look at some useful things, and let's talk about numbers, because numbers are always fun. So, drawing your attention to the far left side, top left side, you guys can see right there that last hits have been going on for quite a long time. Oops. Sorry, that's my keyboard. Oh, that last hit has been displayed, sorry, for quite a long time. But right now you can see that Kunkka is at the top of it. Kunkka has a whole bunch of last hits, but he has died quite a few times, so it's kind of a wash. Speaking of which, he's actually about to be dying here very soon. Does do a very risky move, try to go for a little bit of a troll on top of whoever's fighting Roshan. Does find himself trolled, and he does fall into the ground to that troll. But he did give his allies vision. They are able to see inside Roshan pit. Now needs to be a little bit careful. Pugna can drop that Plague Ward wherever he wants to. Tornado does come through. Nobody's really initiating on top of that. I don't think they should initiate on top of this because. And what's really going to change? Plague Ward from Pugna, really nice positioning, actually able to catch everybody. A lot of damage going towards Skywrath Mage and also Storm Spirit before anything happens. BKB gets caught by Skeleton King. Tuskar does take the Roshan kill, and he also takes the Aegis. So really nice stuff coming up from him. Nick doesn't kill himself with those with that Plague Ward active, and Tuskar does still have a nice little punch. Meanwhile, who's this? This is a Skeleton King trying to get a kill on top of all these people. Won't be able to get the kills on Pugna. Pugna's just a little bit too strong with the K, and he's actually going to turn around. I was about to say, if he turns around and gets a kill on top of that Skeleton, that'd be a little bit ironic. But I was seeing it happen to Skeleton King. His mana was going out so freaking fast. And that's because Spectre has a Diffuse Blade and a Mantis style. It's 3 SP. Yeah, ESPN sound, or sorry, it's 3 AM sounds a lot better. And 3 AM is basically when Mantis style gets built up on top of Anti-Mage. So right, I was talking about this a long time ago, Nyx Assassin. I was looking at his stats, and I'll let you guys know his most used items, which are Arcane Boost, Dagon 5, Town or TP Scroll, Bottle, Magic Wand, Urn of Shadows, and a Dagon, just a naked Dagon level 1. And his win rate with Arcane Boost is 55.72. His win rate with Dagon level 5 is 76.72, which I think is quite ridiculous. I think is really, really crazy. But hey, it seems to be what's working. So Nyx Assassin going for that more common type build, going for that Dagon. Storm Spirit going for more unique type build. Not necessarily saying it's the right thing to do, but he is going for it nonetheless. Trying to get some more battery, trying to get some more competition coming out from everybody to Verizon. He's basically trying to get. Man, lost train of thought again. I was talking about Storm Spirit, and somebody bought something cool. Yep, gotta love that sleepiness. That sleepiness messes you up in so many thoughts that you don't even realize what you're talking about. Oh right, Dagon. I mean, Nyx Assassin trying to get that victory with that Dagon level 5, which he has a 76.72 win rate, the highest of all his win rates here. Which I think is, I still think is really silly. But nonetheless, Dagon, also Arcane Boots, but both sides can't win. Somebody has to lose. Will it be successful? It's a big question. And as of now, it has a higher percentage than Pugna's, Pugna's power trades. Don't remember. Do not remember. So I don't know if you guys are afraid, but I am a little afraid and very worried for the Radiant's chance of actually fighting into this game. The only reason I say that is because yes, Skeleton King and Weaver can go late, but I don't see them going as late as a Spectre or an Invoker. If Invoker does switch over into a competent a competent, what's the word I'm looking for? Jeez. Yeah, man, ignore what I just said. Jeez, this sleep is killing me. Come on. Anyway, if Spectre does prove to be a competent player, I guess is what I was trying to say. No? No, I was talking about Invoker. Okay, there we go. Train of thought, choo-choo tracks found. Spectre and Invoker can go a little bit, a lot later than a Weaver and a Skeleton King. I do see Spectre just being one of those heroes who just kills everything easily because she just gets so much damage. 65 damage from Desolate. Her base damage, her actual damage with each auto attack, let's go and round that out to about 200. So 268 plus some other damage coming out from the Diffuse Blade Burn, which comes out to 286. 286? 285, I don't know what it, yeah, 285 damage, which is a lot of damage. And when you consider that she has illusions to throw out as well, those illusions will do a reduced amount of damage, yes, but that's still an extra source of damage. And she could potentially get 4 illusions attacking one person, and she'll be involved in this fight as well, so it'll be 5 people versus 1 person. The mana getting burned continuously. Invoker won't be able to cast nothing, like not a darn thing. And these guys keep dying when I'm not looking. Jeez, stop doing that. Anyway, see Storm Spirit and Skeleton King got himself a kill on top of a Spectre. Look, Kunkka. Oh look, there's another kill. Oh god. Okay. I know I'm tired, yes. But that is no excuse for me missing all these kills. I need to just stare at the mini-map. At this very, very peaceful looking pieces moving, very tranquil like, and hypnotizing me to think a little bit deeper about life and fall asleep while I'm casting. I've done that before. I fell asleep while casting before. Well, not while casting, but between casts. It was a little bit scary. It was one of the few times that I actually streamed. So items, because items are important. Storm Spirit going for that full-on Dagon E-Blade. He's going full retard, guys. He wants to go for the kills easily with those burst damage type things, and I don't think that's the way to go. Basically, if you're on the dive, just build a BKB and you counter essentially all the sources of damage that aren't physical damage, of course. That's what it does. Which is Storm Spirit, Nyx Assassin, Skywrath Mage. Everything Skywrath Mage does, you counter him completely, and to some extent, some of Weaver's stuff, but not a lot, because his right clicks hurt quite a bit. Same thing for Skeleton. Skeleton's right clicks hurt quite a bit. So a team fight about to happen here very, very soon. We got Skeleton getting a stun on top of Pugna. Pugna in a little bit of trouble. Does get hit with a nice little bash because Skeleton does have himself a bastion. Mechanism pop by Pugna. Trying to keep his allies alive. Spectre got himself a nice kill on top of the Nyx Assassin. Now she's getting pulled in by Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's gonna go ahead and go for a chase. Pop himself a static rip. It needs to go and pop it now, but he will not be able to pop, or doesn't pop it. Instead pops a Dagon. Tornado coming up from Invoker. Invoker is gonna go ahead and pop a Ghost Walk and try to cover himself a Geometry Sight. Skywrath Mage does drop a big item. Pick up that Geometry Sight. Now this will be a dead Invoker. Not really much he can do to get away from this, except for stand there and die. And there we go. He stands there, he dies, and he does it.
I think you remember me now, huh?
Meanwhile, Kunkka picks up a nice little Medallion of Courage that does not belong to him. So a very courageous thing to do. And he's going to take it back to his base and kill it. Because that's what he does. It's like, yeah, you ain't getting this back, bro. You ain't getting this back, bro. He actually drops it. Oh, this is that. If I were Kunkka, just to spite him, just to spite the Skywrath Mage, I would definitely kill it. I would definitely kill that item.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So the gold graph, you guys can see it right there in front of your eyes. The gold graph was at 0 essentially at one point in the game, but now it is in favor of the Radiant by a considerable amount. By a considerable amount, yes.
Structures are fortified.
But they still have to be very careful because Spectre, she still hurts. She can still do quite a bit of work. But then again, at the same time, Skeleton, he can do quite a bit of work, and we see him doing his job right there, killing that Tusk. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, dead. Tusk is dead. Says Yeezy. I don't know, guys. Me and all these rhymes, man. It's crazy. This is what happens when Cool Blue's tired and casting. Anyway, we got Weaver taking quite a bit of damage coming out from Pugna. Pugna gonna be going down. Kunkka boat does fly, lands on top of the Storm Spirit. Does not land on top of anybody else. Kunkka popped himself. Or sorry, got hit with a Easy Blade. And we got Skeleton popping that BKB just to stay alive. Spectre ulti was used. She can't come to this fight. She needs to go and come to this fight. She wants to. She's trying to waste the time on top of illusions. Throws out the Diffuse Blade on top of Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin eats a whole bunch of damage, but he will not be able to eat enough to kill him. Skeleton looks like he's going to be next on the menu, using his armor toggle to his fullest. Spectre Spectral Dagger does miss completely. Is forced to use the Diffuse Blade charge. And 4 charges left. Meanwhile, Tornado comes out from Invoker, Nyx Assassin in a little bit of trouble. Nyx Assassin gets the stun on top of Invoker with that spike carapace. And everything ends. So ends everything. Oh, nope, Spectre's still chasing. She really wants this kill. And there's Vendetta coming off of Nyx Assassin. So, yeah. Looking at Weaver's items, Weaver's going to be going for what looks to be a Butterfly. Storm Spirit already has himself an E-Blade, which I, like I said, don't agree with. Storm Spirit does a lot of damage with just right clicks. And just having a crazy mana regeneration makes you a significantly huger threat to the enemy team. If you can regen 50 mana per second, then everybody's going to be afraid of you. Because that's like you're standing in Fountain at level 1.
Radiant structures
And
are
I'm not sure if I said 50% or 50, but if I said 50%, I meant to say just 50 out of 50, something like that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So Spectre and Illusions and Invoker going to casually kill his middle tower, casually kill his middle racks. I'm not too sure if they'll be able to get everything else, but looks like they're going to be able to get quite a bit because we got somebody pushing his top lane as well. Kunkka just getting free reign, killing his top thing. He did build a battle fury. I'm not too sure if I talked about that before, but I don't like that too much. He actually gets Kunkka gets pulled in, dusted up. He's going to go toe-to-toe with Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit pops himself a nice little E-Blade, Dagon combination. Gets the kill on top of Kunkka. Easy kills, easy. And now we got Death and Blast coming out from Invoker on top of Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin a little bit of trouble. We got Snowball with 3 people inside of it. Everybody's going to be coming forward. Nice little punch coming up from Skywrath Mage. And Delph splits to save the Aegis. Does go down right next to the ice decorations. And there is the Spectre ulti, just getting a little bit of free deeps on top of everybody else. Spectre not really too sure who she should jump on top of, but she needs to be really careful about it. Because you guys do have the home field advantage. They do have
Is under attack.
the advantage of being very close to base to kill one up.
Radiant Radiant's bottom
And
tower
Weaver has himself a butterfly, so he has a very, very cool convenience of being able to pick up his item. Now we got Skeleton Palm himself an A-Blade on top of the Spectre. Spectre eating a whole bunch of damage. She might be going down here very soon. Tusk, nice little snowball, keeping Spectre alive for just a little bit longer. So Spectre's still alive somehow. She will be able to go ahead and phase herself through his walls and make it out alive. And Skeleton is still alive as well. So, like I said, they have things to deal. I don't know if I said this, but they have things to deal with the Spectre. They also have things to deal with everybody else. Weaver can deal with everybody else. Skeleton needs to deal with Spectre, and even that, it's not really going to register too much because I already know all this. And there we go, guys. The guys finally do let the Raxes go down. And Pugna starts working on that next set of racks. That's the last racks left in this base. Pugna does get TP'd too, or does get TP'd on top of by Stone Spirit. Stone Spirit pulls him in. Pugna eating a whole bunch of damage. Skywrath Mage ult to fly as well. Just a very, very, very hateful ult. That was probably one of the more hateful ults I've seen in a while. And GG well played getting thrown out by Pugna. We got the Ancient still taking quite a bit of damage, and I don't know. We got Mega Creeps. Oh no, we don't have Mega Creeps. We have 1 Rax left. I was just about to say we have Mega Creeps. I don't know how long these guys can actually hold off because their lineup is not the best for pushing waves back. Maybe a Sakuchi, maybe a Static Remnant. That's really about it. They have nothing like a Cuddle Blast or a Rubik Zap. Or sorry, Cuddle Illuminate or a Rubik Fade Bolt. They have nothing to just easily clear out everything. So Nick Stassen pops a Vendetta, looking for some people to kill. Now this is a story all about how my Vendetta got popped and I got out of town. I don't really know. Kunkka does get himself a nice little backdoor on the corner, gets himself a kill on top of the Ancient, gets himself a kill on top of the Racks, and TP's out very prompt. So, and his heart will be up very soon. And speaking of hearts, Heart of Terrasius up on top of Spectre. I haven't checked up on her in a while. But we see a Diffuse Blow level 2 mid style, and also the Heart of Terrask. Really, really great item for her to have. All she needs now is just boots to travel, and she'll be set.
Radiant's Ancient
actually, I still would argue. I still would argue that she does need a Basher. I'm not sure if Basher does override a unique attack modifier when it's proc. I would imagine it would, because that's how it works with Syllabi. And we got Spectre getting pulled in, a lot of damage coming her way, so many people focusing on so many resources on top of her. Skywrath Mage ultimate fly as well. Somebody else getting coming in. Tusk are just running in, trying to save his ally, and not enough to save your ally. You must construct additional pylons, is exactly what it said. Meanwhile, we got Kunkka plus his +1, which is Invoker. Or maybe not, but they're doing Roshan. And the Aegis will be getting claimed here very soon. Kunkka almost has enough gold for his Heart of Terrask. Buy himself a few Iron Branches just because he can. Why the freak not? It sells them. Meanwhile, Kunkka runs towards the Roshan pit. Probably one of the more dangerous places to go. Because it's not well lit. Actually, no, nothing's really well lit. It just doesn't have a lot of sunlight. Yes, continuing with the Amnesty, Skywrath Mage does hold himself an Orca Malevolence, which would have been nice, maybe about the 25, 30 minute mark. But right now, we're at the 58, 29, 31 minute mark. Really not a lot of useful right now. We got a lot of damage coming towards Pugna's way. He's getting a whole bunch of stuff. Skywrath Mage throwing out all of the wards. I think Sesson uses his Vendetta crit to kill the Skywrath Mage. Or sorry, to kill the... Yeah, to kill the Skywrath Mage there, essentially. And there we go, guys. Oh, actually, we got a base race on our hands slightly. We got people fighting him back in base. The creeps are doing a little bit too much damage. I think they're going to be winning this fight. But meanwhile, we got Skeleton King plus Weaver, who is actually dead right now. So those two trying to go for the kill, trying to go for the victory, trying to go for the jugular. It looks like they will not be able to make it. Storm Spirit does go down to, I think, creeps. Pretty sad way to die. Like, he does go down to him less. And Ancient does explode us on the Radiant side. And man, that was a long game to cast. Jeez. I am struggling to keep my eyes open, guys. This is going to be a painful... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kunkka. I feel great, too. Whew. Okay. So, yes. That was the end of this cast. This game was sent in by... Oh my gosh. Everything recorded. Yes! Oh, jeez. That recorded. Hold on. Let's get that off screen. Whoops. Hold on. And Skeleton King says rats. Really? How are they rats? Just because Kunkka decided to backdoor... Look, okay, guys. I don't understand why people feel offended when somebody backdoors them and they win. But they feel great when somebody on their team, like an anti-mage, backdoors their enemy and they win. They're like, oh yeah, we won. Woo, good job. I mean, you can't have it both ways. Anywho. So my point being, backdooring in Dota is not a legal thing. I don't understand why people see it as a dishonorable way to fight. Because at the end of the day, the name of the game is Defense of the Ancients, not Defense of the Kills or Fight Me Man to Man and Win or anything else like that. It's Defense of the Ancients. If you can kill the Ancient, then you can win. If you can't defend your Ancient, then you're going to lose. Doesn't matter anything else. Nothing else matters. Doesn't matter how much gold you have. Doesn't matter how many creep kills you have. Doesn't matter how much you spent on your fancy item or how many hearts you bought or how many Aghanim Scepters you decided to buy at once. It's all about defending that Ancient. And that Ancient does go down. The Skeleton King feeling really butthurt. I don't agree with. Excuse my language. I did say butthurt. I meant to say Skeleton King feeling really down on this entire loss. I don't agree with it. But this is my personal opinion. Anywho, enough of me ranting. I didn't tell you guys whose game was sent in by. This game was sent in by the Weaver. So thank you, Chaika, for sending me this game. You are one of my friends. I've done a whole bunch of in-house casts because of you. Thanks, bro. That was really fun stuff. And yes, I did re-record this right after recording the first one. I know, I am that dedicated, guys. I feel so proud of myself. I made it all the way through without falling asleep. Yay! And then I fall asleep at the end and forget to hit stop recording. That was likely to happen. So, my name is Cool Blue. I just watched you guys view Replay Cast number 66. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys whenever.